All right, welcome back. Jeremy Johnson, Journey Home Realty, back with part two of the June monthly market update. And this one we wanted to touch on, if you guys didn't know, June was National Home Ownership Month. And so what I want to talk about here is the benefits. This is not me selling this to you. It's just the facts, what American polls say on what they believe is the most important things about home ownership, financial and tax benefits of owning your home. So we'll go through a couple slides here and show you that. The first one here talks about financial benefits, building your own equity, which we talked about that in nausea over time, and you've probably heard that before. You build your own equity when you own something, and real estate is one of the best ones out there. Control over your expenses. So if you have a fixed rate mortgage, it's not your fixed rate not changing for 30 years. Versus if you rent. So if it costs a little bit more now to buy, I guarantee it's going to be more to rent in 5 years. And then you're giving that money right to that property owner, and they're paying their mortgage on that. So you're not gaining anything by it. Long-term savings. I've always heard it before. When you're paying your monthly payment, just look at that as that you're putting a deposit in the bank for your future equity. Versus when you're paying a rental payment, you might as well just throw that away. I mean, yes, you're living in a house and you got a roof over your head. And we've talked about before, our thoughts on rentals. They work for some people. They are required for some individuals that are going to be in there short periods of time. But the point in this is, don't ride the fear that's in the headlines and not buy solely on that reason and continue to rent. If your situation drives the rental situation, then we understand that, and we are here to help with that as well too. Building your family wealth. Some individuals will buy a house and then turn it over in their will to their family members. So that's always a good thing. Build strong credit history. As long as you pay your mortgage, you're building your credit history every single month. Next slide here kind of talks on some of the tax benefits of home ownership. Mortgage interest rate deductions, property tax deductions on your taxes each year if you're a homeowner, and then big one, profit from your home sales. You profit when you go to sell your house and you own it. You profit all that. So it's pretty good deal. There's a lot of tax and financial benefits. There's also one I didn't touch on before, just your ability when you own to be able to make changes that you want to make. So there's a lot of benefits of being able to own a home. It's the American dream. We'll see in a slide in the future here that it's the American dream. Okay, two other slides here on where we're getting our data. As I told you before, we don't just fire it out there. This is all coming to fact-based, data-driven. But the Merid Consumer Insight Report says 78% of Americans associate home ownership with the American dream. So I was just saying a minute ago. 65% see home ownership as a means of building intergenerational wealth. So not just for themselves, but for their family members. And then this is a big misnomer. Millennials and Gen Zs were like, we have all these negative comments about them that they just want things now, and they're not they want to rent because they don't want to commit to things. 68% of millennials and Gen Z say investing in real estate is a smart financial decision, and 43% of millennials, and we've seen this just in our business here, we have a lot of younger airmen, 21, 22, 23 years old, things I wasn't thinking about at that age. Looking at considering buying investment properties. So they bought a house to live in, and then they're looking at buying another house to invest, or even if they're military and they know they're going to PCS in a couple years, their plan is to rent it out and just continue to make the profit on that. So last slide I want to leave you with right here on this topic is still, amongst everything over the last 11 years, all the ups and downs and everything that we've been through, the American opinion on the best long-term investment at a whopping 34% is still real estate and home ownership, even over gold, over stocks and mutual funds. So again, not just us saying it because we're real estate agents and we want you to come purchase a house, through us. Want to show you the data. It is the American dream. It is the best long-term investment out there. So I hope some of this data can kind of show you, and some of the benefits that we showed you in this part will really help you make that educated and smart decision.